So X might be engagement and bringing all the sensational conversation up. So things that are going to make you angry.
Yeah.
Maybe Instagram, because it's very visual, maybe the things that are going to make you horny, whatever it is. And these things, I try to explain that I'm not trying to tell people that they need to become, Amish and just forsake all technology and everything. You need to have a healthy conversation with yourself about what do you value in life. And that's the kind of the path. This is my anecdotal experience in a lot of ways. It's like, first I have to look at the insight. So turning on screen time on my phone, my computer and stuff like that, and see where my time's being spent. And am I subconsciously wasting more time in some areas? I don't know, like just turn it on, let it go for a month before you make a honest assessment about it. And then the second thing is more about defining what your core values are. I mean, my one's clearly enthusiasm, love, and integrity. Like I will go the extra mile just to prove my integrity for the people that I care about and stuff like that. But there's a lot of thought exercises that I went through. One was, I'm sure you would have some really good conversations with the 15-year-old version of yourself.
Oh yeah, I have some insight.
Yeah, right. So like just and I'm not saying to, like, you have children. I'm not saying with your children. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
So there's some grace that happens in being able to, as an adult, have a conversation with the younger version of yourself, the advice that you would give them, and hopefully that helps some people heal through that process as well. There's also another thought exercise in a deathbed, where you go through very much like a meditation, and what's the temperature in the room, who's in the room, the people that you care about, who is still around and stuff like that, and think about your life and how you spent it. Where would the regrets in the time that you spent? Would you want to spend it more learning another language, visiting another country, I don't know, just fishing with your children, whatever these things are. And in this process of like defining your core values, you take and you hold that up against the insight and where your time's being spent in this digital experience, and how you're being, your life is being extracted from you in a very efficient way.
Calculated too.
Very calculated. And again, I'm not trying to pass judgment on people and how they spend their time. It's just be a conscious consumer. And if scrolling on social media is your thing and you get value out of it, you enjoy it, you do you, man. I'm a hardcore individual rights absolutist. You do you, man. But I think that a lot of people are going through not consciously, objectively looking at how they're being used in these situations. And so, going through this, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants like Dr. Anna Lemke, a lot of these dopaminergic studies and how to go through detoxing and stuff like that. And that's why I have all these statistics and stuff, because I was like, I feel like I'm so proud of the book, and that, working with a handful of researchers and everything, and being able to cram it full of so much stuff, it's really hard to take in. Like I love quotes and stuff like that, so I'm stacking a ton of quotes in there and everything. But for me, this whole journey was an enlightening experience, and for documenting the whole thing. Like if it's received well, I'll probably go do a couple more books, one on cybersecurity and another one on artificial intelligence, and kind of like thought exercises around what we are looking at far as the human experience decade, two decades from now and everything. But
social media wise, do you think our society broadly would be better or worse off without it?
It's tough because
I know it's a tough question. I see the usage in my children. I mean, I remember my first interactions with the internet when I was in high school. My children don't, because they grew up with this type. They communicate over it in mediums that you and I probably didn't growing up. There's a level of being unable to detach because social circles are on there and people from across the world, like, you have access to, or they have access to you, depending on how you want to look at it. There is certainly, and I've seen cyberbullying is a real thing for sure, almost inescapable. This never-ending metric, unwinnable, by the way, metric of aesthetic for young women, probably for young men too. There's a lot of, I mean, from mental health complications, from all that, like there's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to think of the benefit other than connectivity. You can explore other ideas and pathways that you might have the ability to do so, even though I would always tell somebody to take a trip to a country versus viewing a country on the gram, whatever it would
For sure.
Totally different. But if you only have the ability to do one, cool, educate yourself about the rest of the world. But the pros seem to me, they do not outweigh the cons. I'm also not an expert on any of this.
Yeah, no. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I really wanted to have this conversation with you, because I love to be able to have that back and forth, because I think it's really important for people to do this publicly and privately. So unpacking a few things there that you said, Dunbar's number, 150 people is what you're typically able to maintain a healthy relationship with. Mm-hmm. And so if you extrapolate the human, the social media experience and amplifying problems all around the world, I don't think any human is really built for that.
There's no way we're capable.
It's way too distracting.
Well, this stuff, where's my anxiety rectangle? This thing is advancing faster than humanity. And I've had the same thoughts too. It's not that there wasn't always horrific things happening in the world at all times. You just were not geographically exposed to them unless you lived right there. I don't think our brain is capable of receiving that bombardment of constant, existential, everything's fucked up, you're definitely about to die.